Welcome to the FX Options Weekly Outlook, a weekly podcast series hosted by Jason Ayers, a top instructor, trader, and founder of OptionSource.net. Join Jason as he discusses the latest trends in the Forex market with a look ahead on the US dollar versus the major currencies using the most commonly used technical indicators.
Hi there and welcome to the ISC FX Options Weekly Outlook for December 20th, 2010. As always, this is Jason Ayers of OptionSource.net. Let's start off with a look at a weekly chart of the US dollar index. This is a great way to gain perspective as to how the US dollar has been trading against a basket of currencies. Well, the US dollar index tested the 79 level for support but finished the week strong with a close above 80. Now, the 80-81 focal zone still remains an important overhead resistance. If we take a look at the daily chart here, we can see that there has been a couple of days worth of consolidation above that 80 level, suggesting the possibility of a continuation higher over the next several weeks. Next up, the CDD, the US versus the Canadian dollar. Well, the CDD continues to respect the 100 level as a very solid support. Now, Friday's break above 101 opens the window for further US dollar strength against the Canadian dollar, with 103 being our near-term upside target. Let's take a look at the YUK, the US versus the Japanese yen. Well, the YUK held support at 84. A break above 84.25 opens the window for a push towards 85. A close back below 84 is likely to slip back down towards 82.5. Let's take a look at the EUI, the US dollar versus the euro. Well, the 74.5 level remains an important support for the EUI. It appears as though a bullish wedge may be forming here. A break above 76 should confirm a continuation higher, with 77.78 as our near-term target. Now, failure to break 76 is likely to result in a retest of 74 for support. Let's take a look at the BPX, the US versus the British pound. Well, the BPX moved higher as anticipated, but seems to be experiencing some signs of apprehension at the 64.5 level, suggesting that we may see a pullback down to test support within that 63.5 range. Now, a break beyond 64.5 opens the window for a move towards the 66.5 box. Let's take a look at the US dollar versus the Australian dollar, as seen here in the ISC FX options pair value AUX. Well, the AUX held support within the 101 focal zone here, and it does appear as though there is a bullish wedge forming. Now, a break above 101.5 opens the window for a move towards 105. Let's take a look at a few of our key points. First of all, the US dollar index closed above 80 this week, suggesting a possible follow-through towards 82. The CDD closed above 101, lending credibility to a follow-through towards 103. The YUK continues to run into resistance at 84.25. A break above 84.25 opens the window for a move towards 85.5. The EUI appears to be forming a shallow bullish wedge. A break above 76 should signal a continuation higher. Now, the BPX broke out of the wedge observed last week and did trade into our anticipated target of 64.5. This level is likely to act as a resistance, and we expect a pullback after such a large move. A break above 64.5 opens the window for a move towards 66.5. The AUX appears to be forming a bullish wedge. A break above 101.5 should confirm a continuation higher. As always, this is Jason Ayers of OptionSource.net. Thanks for joining me here this week. We'll see you here next week.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For trading ideas, exchange rates, webinars, news, and commentary, visit www.fxoptions.com. Become an OptionSource.net member. Visit www.optionsource.net. ISC FX options can be easily traded through all options-enabled brokerage accounts. These exchange-listed securities are cash-settled in US dollars and have a European-style exercise.